Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Michael Caniel. I'm the CEO of Learn, and this is my September 2023 message out to our community. I'd like to start by welcoming you all back, although it seems like summer was a long time ago and we're all more or less immersed in the heat of the action already. 2023-24 looks like it's going to be a year full of challenges. If you recall, a couple of weeks back, the Ministry of Education was telling us that they were short 8,500 teachers. It turns out that it's, as of today, 900 teachers. But if you multiply that by about 20 students per teacher, that's a lot of people, a lot of students still short of teachers. And while the problem is not as critical on the English side, it does highlight that we're getting fewer and fewer teachers entering the profession, and more of them leaving for a whole variety of reasons. It's a tough job, and I can see why people are leaving early and others hesitating to come in. On top of that, we're possibly going to be dealing with a teacher strike this year. So Learn has to find ways in which we'll be able to support parents and students through this difficult time. So stay tuned on that particular front. I want to just highlight a couple little things here before I get on to my theme that I want to address in particular. First is that our pedagogical services team, headed by Christine, was at a meeting recently and with the Ministry of Education, and they highlighted that Learn and our ped services team in particular were exemplary in the quality of the work that they do, as well as the level of collaboration and cooperation they demonstrate as they work with everyone in all the sectors to provide services and resources that meet the needs and interests of teachers and students. So congrats to our team. Our provincial resource team, headed by Debbie Horrocks, just found out that the Secretariat also awarded them a new contract for the I Belong project, and that's, again, goes and builds on what they've done in the past, and it illustrates once more the quality of the work that's being done by Debbie and her team and Learn in general. So congrats to Debbie and the PRT. Diane has been doing amazing work with the virtual campus team, just working her way through a maze of bureaucracy and paperwork in order to be able to offer online classes to students across the province. This is something that we've been doing since 1999. We've won awards and received international recognition for the quality of the work we're doing. We want to be able to continue to do this, but we're fighting a very, very difficult battle against a ministry that wants to impose rules and regulations that, in my mind, don't make a whole lot of sense and don't meet the needs of our community. On top of that, we're also working through details, hopefully, that will allow us to offer our tutorial program. As some of you recall, last year we had research done by Dr. Randy Labonte out in BC, who's from the Royal Roads and Canadian e-learning network. And it highlighted very clearly that the program was extremely successful. We went to a second phase where we polled secondary 4 and secondary 5 students, and the results again demonstrated that students are finding themselves more motivated, more confident, and scoring higher on tests. So it's a great program. It's demonstrated itself to be successful. However, the ministry wants to bring about significant changes that will limit access to it. As I said, hopefully we're going to be able to work through all this and find a solution, but it does concern me when we're trying to fix something that ain't broke, so to speak. I just want to end up on one particular topic, and that's generative AI, artificial intelligence. Most of you know and are familiar with ChatGPT. It just arrived on the scene back in November of 2022, and within a few months there were over 1.5 billion users of this. The point being that generative AI is probably going to be the most impactful tool, resource, influence, both in the job market and in education in the days, weeks, months, and years to come. Goldman Sachs has already said that in the next 2-3 years, up to 300 million jobs will be affected across North America. The knee-jerk reaction, of course, is with educators very often is to say, let's ban this, let's stop it. A little bit like our cell phones, we want to keep them out of the classroom. I would suggest that yes, we need to have terms and conditions that will assure that the students don't cheat and plagiarize and use these powerful tools for that kind of application only. However, we've already started to see insightful educators finding applications and uses that make the use of generative AI a great learning tool, and in the hands of good teachers and who are well supported within the community. I think we might be on the verge of something very, very significant. Anyway, I'll have more to discuss on that in the upcoming videos from the CEO. I also want to mention that if you are interested in generative AI, there's one site called character.ai, and it allows you to have conversations with historical figures. It's a great way to learn history, and you might want to suggest it to your kids. It's a lot of fun. It's not a definitive thing. It'll tell you some warnings, like don't take it at 100% directly. However, it's also one of the fun things that when it does say something, you can go back and verify what the historical character is telling you. Anyway, it's lots of fun. It's a great learning tool. More to come on that. See you next month. Stay well, stay healthy, and I'll be in touch soon.